this is the image you have been drawn to. So it's time to face your shadow. Your future self wants to show you what you're not seeing about yourself. It's your blind spot. Okay, so it's time to remove your mask and connect with your heart. So your future self wants you to connect with your heart deeply. So letting go of those fears or whatever that is actually stopping you from getting where you want to get, right? So here you are being told to face your shadow. So that is what the topic is. I'm being shown like a seal energy. So yeah, I'm getting the word silky also. It's time to shed your skin. Something needs to shed here, and your future self wants to show it to you. Okay, I'm even getting like sing the song of your own soul, but you don't do that. You sometimes don't trust yourself that much. So you got to trust yourself more, group number one. That's what I'm getting. So let's see your blind spot. So your future self. I'm being shown a rubber eraser, okay? An eraser, it can be used to, to the mistakes that we make, we can erase it. When it's a pencil, right, we can erase. So there are certain mistakes you can erase now. Maybe that's what your message is. You can actually let go of the past mistakes. Maybe you can do the right thing now. It's not late. Okay, so maybe that's what I'm getting. Yeah, so let's see. A weird example that is being shown, like the tattoos. Sometimes people get tattoos maybe at an age where they don't think too much, and later they regret that tattoo. But there are procedures where we can get rid of those tattoos, right? Yes, it's going to be a little painful, but we can get rid of those tattoos. So that's the energy I'm getting. So something you thought that it's permanent and you have to tolerate it, or you have to be with it for all your life. No, you don't. You can erase it. So that's something I'm being told here. Maybe you have this belief in you that you cannot get rid of that. It's just permanent. It is something that you have to deal with your whole life. No, you can remove it, you can erase it. That's something your future self is telling you here. Yeah, all you need to do is to trust your heart, your passions more and more and more. So we have this like song charm and the keys and your emotions. Oh my god, your emotions are guiding you at this time. All you need to do is to ride the wave with it, with this dolphins, right? You need to ride the wave with it. You need to go with the flow here. But maybe there is this belief like this cannot be erased. This mistake is something that I have to carry my whole life. It is going to come with me. No, you can remove it. You can erase it. You again, the thing that has been shown like a tattoo, you need to do that eraser. Or maybe like you write with a pencil and you make the mistakes, you can use the eraser. Or if it's a pen, you can use a corrector. So that's the energy I'm getting here. Yes, there might be a little bit of like when we use this tattoo thing, sometimes the whole, sometimes there might be a little bit of that might show, like the tattoo, it was there like a little bit, but it's not going to show like the way it shows now. So yes, that's what I'm getting here, and the answer is coming to you, but maybe you're somehow not listening to it. That's something I'm getting here. So you can actually correct this mistake now. You don't have to take it with you whole your life. You can correct that mistake. And here the answer is coming within yourself, but you might not trust yourself. That's the issue. So your future self is telling you can't trust yourself, you can't trust those feelings, you can't trust those nudges that you're getting, and keep on flowing, keep on flowing. The main reason why we don't trust is because sometimes we don't get the instant results, and that's why we feel like we are not on the right path. But that's not the case. You are. All you need to do is to trust and keep riding the wave here, keep on moving forward. With this dolphins, that's what I'm getting, ride the wave. Okay, so we have the blind spot or a card today. So let's see what is your blind spot, what your future self wants you to know right now. Your future self's message. Group number 1. Again, it feels like the victim mentality for some of you. Your future self is telling you, yeah, again, it's like something happened to you and you're a victim of something. Sometimes we feel like we have to carry it all our life. No, you don't have to be victim all your life. You don't. You can release that. You can let go of it. You can, again, you can erase that chapter of your life. Yes, it feels very difficult, but you don't have to carry, because again, this is a feeling like you have been nudged to a certain path. You've been told to do something, keep on doing it, it's going to work. It's like the tattoo, you thought it's going to be permanent, but it is not. You can remove that. So that's coming very strongly here. We have the number 63 here, and yeah, 63, the number reduces. I'm feeling like seeing the numerology. 9. Oh wow, interesting. The number 9. And the number 9 is like releasing. You're at the end of this thing. You will be able to get rid of this thing. You're already at the end. All you need to do is to trust yourself and keep on riding the wave. Trust your feelings, trust your nudges. The key is within, it's not something outside of you. So yeah, I will just read this for you guys. Maybe this means something. I'm going to read this sigil meaning: pushing them away. If you have drawn the sigil, in this situation you're pushing someone or something away that you shouldn't. Are you pushing someone away so that you can avoid the pain of them pushing you away? Are you pushing away their help? Are you pushing away their love? Are you rejecting someone? Are you demonstrating your disapproval towards someone? Are you being dismissive, minimizing, or unloving in some way to them? Or are you denying something? Have you disowned something or someone from being a part of yourself? Are you telling yourself that someone can't see, hear, feel, or understand you? Are you maintaining a self concept of being different from and apart from others? Are you telling yourself a story about something that is causing you to push it away? If you have drawn this sigil, you may need intimacy, but you're terrified of it. Intimacy can be broken down into a three-word phrase: into me see. First and foremost, intimacy is to see into one another so as to deeply connect. But intimacy goes beyond just seeing someone. Intimacy is seeing into, feeling into, listening into, perceiving and understanding someone. To have genuinely intimacy with someone, we have to be willing to commit to becoming an expert on them. You may be terrified that intimacy is going to lead to something that feels bad. For example, we may be terrified that if we let someone really see the truth of us, they will not tolerate it or accept it. If they know the truth of us, they may use it against us later. If they know our weakness or vulnerabilities, they can capitalize on them to our detriment and conversely for their own best interest. If they know what we really want, they can use that as leverage to control us. If they give us closeness, we may be obligated to make them happy in return, which is a kind of in-depthness, and consequently feel we have lost freedom as a result. If they find out things about us that they might judge as bad or wrong, they might increase our feelings of shame or even abandon or reject us. If we let them in, they might find a way to engulf us completely so that we do not even have ourselves at all. It may be wise to spend some time imagining being completely close to someone and having no distance between yourself and another person, so that they can see, feel, hear, understand you, and be permanently linked to you, and see what deep imprint of fears arises in us as a result. This sigil is asking you to look at what you're pushing away in this situation and why. This sigil is asking you to bring that thing closer, include it as a part of you, and include it in yourself and your life instead of pushing it away. So what are you pushing away? So again, it can be because of your fears of the past will come or haunt you. Maybe because of your past experiences. Again, as I mentioned, you have this tattoo. That's what I was picking up, like a tattoo that is there within you. This is like the this is a experience that is within you, and you're not ready to erase it, because this experience has given you that bitterness, right? And from those experiences, sometimes we kind of push away people. Maybe, for example, you had a relationship where someone was controlling you, and now if you get into relationship, you are so afraid that someone will control you, that you are not opening up, you are pushing them away. That's what it is. So yeah, that's the thing. You can, you can correct this mistake now, and you don't have to carry that pain with you for whole your life. You don't have to act because of this pain, and when we act based on that, that's when we push away people. So this is your time for that. Okay, so that's what clear. Right? So let's see what else your future self wants you to know. Group number 1, what else? Your future self is telling you that yes, it's okay to be intimate, it's okay to now open up, right? Maybe that's what your future self is telling you. It's safe for you to open up. Maybe that is your fear. You don't let your guard down. Okay, so we have the 9 of Swords. Wow. Yep, the moon, the fear is there. And then we have the Fool. Look, that's what your future self is telling. Please come from 9 of Swords to the Fool energy. There is a massive difference between these two people. The 9 of Swords person is operating from his past situations, right? He's thinking about the past. What will go wrong? What if I act like this? What if I open my heart to this person? What if something goes wrong again? What if this person tries to control me? So they're basically focusing on their wounds, their pain, and they are acting based on that. Yes, I'm not saying that that's not easy. Yes, sometimes the past really can haunt us, right? If we have gone through a lot of problems and a lot of setbacks or betrayals, it can really affect us. And that's what your future self is showing you. You're not seeing how you're pushing away the right people. Sometimes we push away the right opportunities. Sometimes yeah, because of our own pain, instead of looking within, right, looking within how we can love ourselves, how can we take care of ourselves. And yes, when we do that, when we take care of ourselves, we are not going to push away those opportunities here. It's the fear, it's the fear of the unknown. I really feel like it's the fear of the unknown. What if that goes wrong? What if this goes wrong? Even though you want to have a partner, if you want to have a companionship, there is this fear. What if that goes wrong and someone controls me? What if I lose my freedom, right? A lot of things can really stop us. And even though if we want something, we kind of push it away. Yeah, this is something you're wanting, but you're pushing it away. Because it's like, as I mentioned, the tattoo, there is this mistake that you made in your past. It's like a tattoo, and it's like a reminder, like you made this mistake you shouldn't make, and you are like so afraid of it that you're not even living your life. You're not open to the right people as well because of this past thing. This is like a tattoo that you didn't want, and it's there, and it comes up again and again. You look at it and you feel like you cannot do it. So it's time to erase that. It's time to get rid of that tattoo, just metaphorically. I hope this makes sense. And your future self is telling it's safe for you to be in the Fool energy. It's safe for you to be in the Fool energy. Look, the bag the Fool carries is like, it's a very small bag. He's not taking anything from his past, only the necessary items, and he's ready for this beautiful journey that is ahead of him. He's not afraid whether he will fall into the trap or fall from this mountain, because he knows that his intuition is going to guide him. All he needs to do is to trust that settled feeling. So yeah, that's what your future self is telling you. When you're connected with your own heart, you will know exactly what is good for you, what is not good for you. And in that way, you will not push away the right things, because right now maybe you're pushing away the right things and you might not be listening to your own self. Maybe you feel like, oh, this person is good, but sometimes our fears come up and we try to push them away. And when we do those things, we kind of know it, we shouldn't do it, but we do it anyways. Have you felt that? We know it's not right, but we do it anyways because of our own fears. So that's the thing. All you need to do is trust your intuition and change that. I know that it's difficult, but that is what your message is. Are you ready to do the work here? If you're ready, then wow, you will be able to open to new connections, people, places, situations that you're not open, right? Yeah. So group number 1, what else is the message here? So we have the enthusiasm. Don't you want to live a life full of enthusiasm where you don't have to worry that everyone has an ulterior motive? I'm getting like that. Like, what if your life can be like that? What if good people will come? Like, what if there are good people, amazing people who really want to give you a lot of love and light? Don't you want to live like that? Or do you want to live because of your based on your past wounds where someone betrayed you and you're taking that betrayal with you and you're like reminding yourself that that is what I have suffered and I'm going to see that more often. Like, it's like a tattoo that is reminding you, like, yeah, this happened in my life and it can happen, so I have to protect myself. I have to build a wall. Or rather, you're like, yeah, this happened, I learned this from this thing, I know how these kind of people act, so I'm going to observe, but I'm not going to allow myself from getting what is best for me. I'm not going to stop myself from being intimate because something in my past happened, right? I'm going to be enthusiastic of my life. I'm going to have fun, like the full energy. That's what you need, to step into the full energy. But there is so much resistance. And even if when people want to come into your life, you don't open. It's like a person who is knocking on your door, but you're not ready to open. It's like a person calling again and again, but you're not picking up the phone. Then how are you going to build a connection? How you're going to enjoy life, how you're going to get what you want, because you want this yet you're pushing it away, right? So that's what I feel like. One of the things you need to do is to take care of yourself. Maybe for some of you, one thing I'm getting is like, go on a solo journey, solo trip. Do some activities that that gives you a lot of happiness. Maybe first being intimate with yourself is important, like giving yourself that love that you sometimes deny yourself. Maybe you don't give that love to yourself as well. Maybe you push you away yourself. So it's time to embrace those small things. Maybe you push away from yourself from receiving the good, right? So it's time to accept that as well. How you are when you receive something that you didn't work for, do you receive it with gratitude or you just push it away? So maybe if you receive something that you've not worked for, like if you're getting something and you've not worked for, it's like a free money or a free food, how you react? Do you accept it easily or you kind of reject it? That's where it is. Yeah. So it's time to open up, to receive, be grateful for it, accept it, enjoy it. Yes. It's time to not be, yeah, so you are actually operating based on your past wounds. That's what your future self is telling you. But once you look within yourself, you being intimate with yourself, giving that love and light and open to receiving more things, that's when you will be able to heal this thing as well. You don't have to carry it with yourself. You can remove that thing. You don't have to carry that pain with you always, right? Yeah. So it's time for you to, I really feel like with the Fool and the Sagittarius energy with the 9th house, it's time to go outside of your comfort zone. It's time to open up for new possibilities. Sometimes you're not open up for new possibilities as well. You are stubborn, you're very limited. Yeah, this feels like a story where this person, there was this flood, when they had this home and there was flood. Yeah, it was flooding. So they are praying to God, God, please help me. So while they're in this situation, a person comes, please come with me, I'll take you there. No, he doesn't go. I'm not going to leave my home. God will save me. And then someone else comes with a motorbike, like, please hop onto the motorbike, let's go. He doesn't go. Then a person comes with a car. He's like, hop onto the car, let's go. He's like, no, I'm not going to come. I'm not going to leave my home, right? And then he dies. And then he goes to the heaven, to the heaven, and like ask God, I trusted you, but why didn't you save me, right? And then God is like, I sent a person, then a person with a motorbike, then was a person with a car. Why didn't you trust me at that time? Why didn't you go with them? If you would have gone, you would have been saved, right? But you hold on to something, your home, right? Sometimes we are like that, we are not open. So here, that's the message. Okay, so let's see what else from your future self. So you have the snake. It's time to shed your skin, guys. Again, sometimes what if the snake bite, and we are so afraid to face our fears, isn't it? It feels really like that. It's time to face your fears, shed your skin. It's time to be open to new possibilities. It's time to be open to new horizons. It's time to explore new things. Don't be hesitant to it. Don't be limited in that way, right? Sometimes we are not open to new concepts as well. Sometimes we are not open to new concepts. It's like, this is what I learned, like the tattoo, again, this tattoo can be something like just a metaphor, I hope this is making sense, like a tattoo that was given to us as a childhood thing, like, and we learned this thing. And many times people are not open to new things, because this is like that is there within themselves, and they feel like that they can carry. But yes, they have learned something from past, that doesn't mean is right. We can change it. So for example, I'll give you an example with a lot of things, with parenting for me, right? I'll just give you an example. So when I delivered my child, I was doing the same things as my mom did, right? I just followed her, without knowing that she did all the things based on her wounds, right? So I was also treating my son the way my mother treated me, right? And it was not nice. It was not that nice, right? I was, I was really, really angry sometimes at him, even when he was small. We do that. We learn a lot of things, and it's like that permanent tattoo that we feel like we have to carry, right? And we keep on making the mistakes as well. So once we realize that, yeah, that's something I don't have to carry, I can just remove it. I don't want to do it that way, I can do it in a different way. So you need to be more open to growth, more open to new possibilities. That's what I'm saying, telling here, that it's time to shed that ego mind and embrace those new things, what that feels right here. So be more open to it. Yeah, the reason why I said the parent is like the we had the parent guy thing. It feels like sometimes it's okay to let go of those past conditioning and raise your kids in a different way, to be more open minded. My mother did it, so I'm going to do it. Our parents did that, so I'm going to do it. It's not like that, right? We can be open to new things, like, yeah, someone else is doing this way, and the child is feeling very good and very confident, let me try that. That's the thing. It's just an example, right? Okay, so yeah, I'm not shaming anyone, because our parents also, if you look at, they didn't have those kinds of resources or understanding. They didn't have that help, support. They were dealing with so much, right? They were trying to survive, and in that they raised kids. And yeah, but nowadays things have changed, isn't it? Right now you're in this video, that means things have changed already, right? Otherwise you will not be here. So yeah, that's what I'm picking up. So let's see the final. I'm being shown a broom, like it's time to clear the dust. It's time to clear it, right? It's time to remove it. You can't erase those things and write new things. So let's see the final message here, group number 1. So we have the 7. Pause in your journey. Oh wow. Pause in your journey. Again, maybe it's time to take it slow and pause. Like, ask yourself, why I'm doing this thing? Why I don't let in people? Why I get so worried? Why I'm thinking about my past all the time? Why I feel like I need to continue what others have done to me, right? Why I have to continue that cycle? Just once you pause and sit with yourself, you will understand, like, maybe I don't have to do that. I can release that. I can erase that, and I can rewrite something and do it in a different way. So that's what I feel like. Maybe right now you need to take that pause. Trust your own self, because there is this intuitive voice that tells you, like, you don't have to do that. You don't have to continue doing that. You don't have to please someone. Maybe you don't have to say yes all the time, right? Yes, something like that. That, yeah, again, sometimes you might be even afraid that what if you don't say yes, people will not include you. Maybe that is also there. Or sometimes you kind of push away people. So what it is, you need to sit with yourself and ask, And it's okay to take it slow. You don't have to run. You don't have to be in this high alert all the time. You can just pause and relax and trust. Like when we trust a pilot when we are flying, we trust that they will take us to that destination. Like that, why not let's trust God that He will take us to the destination that we are meant to go. Maybe that's what you need to do. Have more trust and faith. Because this Nine of Swords person and the Moon, that's the fear. He doesn't trust, but the Fool definitely trusts his journey. He places a lot of faith and trust in himself and divine. So yeah, that's what the message is for you guys, group number 1. If it made sense, give me a thumbs up. I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Group number 2, this is the image you have been drawn to. So your future self shows you what you're not seeing, your blind spot. So it's time to face your shadows, right? And if once we start facing our shadows, we can actually rise above those shadows, and because of it we can let go of a lot of obstacles in our path. Sometimes the reason why we are stuck is because we don't see a lot of things, and once we are aware, we can get out of it. So here I feel like you are already a work in progress. You're already working on yourself. You're already doing the shadow work. For some of you, you are not afraid to face your fears as well. You're doing an amazing job, and your future self is proud of you. Okay, so keep doing whatever you're doing because it's going to work. But one thing I'm being shown is like it's okay for you to be vulnerable. It's okay to show who the side of you that you don't show to other people. That's something I'm getting here. Maybe you don't express yourself. You try to do everything by yourself. You try to take care of your emotions. Yes, you're very good at taking care of your emotion, but that doesn't mean that you cannot share it, right? So you might be someone who listens to other people, you help other people, but when you need someone or when you want to talk it out, you don't share it, right? You keep it to yourself. You feel like no one will be able to understand you, so you keep it to yourself. So maybe why not talk? Why not talk your feelings out? Why not be vulnerable? So that's something I'm getting here. So though you don't have to do it all by yourself, you can show the real side, the authentic side to the world. The more you're showing that, the more you're going to get the success. Don't be afraid of the spotlight. Maybe you want to be in the spotlight, but you're afraid of the spotlight. You want attention, but you're afraid of attention. So that's something I'm getting here. Yeah, it's time to release the fear of success, the fear of being seen. So sometimes you kind of hide. You don't have to hide anymore. You can show who you are, your authentic side to the world, and the right people will always accept you. So don't hide anymore. That's something I'm getting. So let's see what else your future self wants you to know. Your blind spot. These two tools are telling me that your future self has been acknowledging that you are a work in progress. You have been preparing a lot of things. Yes, again, this is the star energy, right? Yes, this is about something to be seen. The fear of success. Maybe there is some sort of fear of success. Maybe this is something you got it from your past life. It can be that also. In the past life, if you are particularly someone who is very spiritually gifted in past, maybe there was like this witch wound. Yeah, for some of you, you might have witch wound also. Like to show your gifts to the people because you're afraid of showing your gifts and talents to the people because maybe in the past life you were punished for it, right? So but here it's time for you to show that to the world. Show your gifts, talents, abilities to the world, the real you to the world, the things that comes easy to you, the gifts, abilities that comes easy to you. It's okay for you to share it with the world because many people need that kind of things at this time in this world that is so much needed. Your work, your talents, your skills, your singing, whatever it is, it's okay, it's safe now for you to express yourself. So don't hide anymore. So work on that. It's time to share your stories, share your experiences, because there are people who will get benefit from it. There is, the world will get benefit from it. When one person is happy and they're sharing their happiness with other people, it's going to uplift the energy of the world, the vibration. Sometimes we don't see it. But that's how it is, because energy, that's how vibration is. I read somewhere, like, in one, if in one place there is something bad happening, it kind of affects the whole world, affects the whole people, whole collective. Like that only, when someone is celebrating their life, when they're happy, it can really affect the other people as well. So if in a house, maybe you have already seen that when you are happy and when you're taking care of yourself, you might have seen the other people in your home are also happy. They're also coming back from work happily. Sometimes our energy really affects other people. I have seen that in my own life, when I was like depressed, when I was sad all the time, it affected my relationship. I didn't see my husband happy at that time, but when I shifted my energy, when I was like in this creative mode, when I was happy, I saw my child happy, my husband happy. Really, it really shifts, the entire home's energy shift, and it affects other people. So like that, you're not only this group, you need to know that you have already done the work. I feel like this group is someone who is a work in progress. You feel like a person should keep on working on themselves. You're that person. You are not someone who's going to blame other people. You are like, why it triggered me, what I need to do to let go of this trigger, how I can work through those fears. You are like that only. You are a work in progress. You're loyal to yourself. I feel like you're so loyal to this journey of yours as well, where you're taking care of your emotions. But one thing is, like, you don't express yourself that much. You do it all by yourself. You feel like you have to carry all that on your back. No, you don't. That's what it is. And it's okay for you to be seen as well. It's okay for you to be seen. That's something your future self is telling you right now. So let's see what else here. Your blind spot. So we have the number 2. It feels like this Om mantra. Isn't it? The sigil feels like an Om mantra. So chanting Om mantras will be very good for you guys. The Om energy is a very powerful vibration. Again, we are talking about vibration. So once, again, in your family, when one person, like, again, in your family, you might have already seen it. When you change your energy, other people are also changing their vibe. When you are happy, you might attract happy scenarios, right? So it happens. It has already happened. I used to see my husband, I used to visualize my husband coming back from office, always smiling, and he used to come like that, right? So yeah, so what we are imagining all day, and how we are feeling when we are feeling happy, and when we share that happiness, because when my husband comes, I have a smile now, right? So he will be also happy. Like, again, our relationship also got a little bit deeper because of that, because of the small changes sometimes. Because when we are in this high vibration energy, we are smiling, we are being creative, we are having fun, and it really affects other people. And I feel like that's what the vibration, the energy is so important. That's something I feel like. And here your future self is reminding you about your energy. It's so powerful. It's so powerful. It's high vibe, and that's something you need to understand. So if you're getting like a little bit like emotional and angry, sometimes it affects other people so much more than you realize it. Yeah, when you're happy, it really gives that energy to you, give that energy to other people. But once you're sad or once you're angry, it really affects other people around you. So what you can do is to express yourself, like, I'm feeling this. So maybe when you express yourself, they can give you a hug or comfort. That will be very beneficial for you guys. So do that, okay? You matter. Maybe you feel like sometimes you don't. Let's see what else your future self wants you to know. So we have the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, you are a very hardworking person. I have to say that. Again, this 8 of Pentacles. Okay, look, this 8 of Pentacles is someone who is really working on themselves. You're someone who focuses on self-love, self-reflection. Yeah, you focus on that. But sometimes, what you cannot see is, like, when other people don't do the work, you kind of project that into other people. You got to understand that everyone is on their own journey, and everyone cannot accept the truth, cannot see them as you see yourself. Sometimes it's not possible. Everyone is on their own journey, so we need to understand that as well. Sometimes I feel like you project your own disappointment Yeah, sometimes you work with someone and you could get disappointed that they're not doing the work on themselves, so you kind of project your disappointment onto them. I feel like that's something you shouldn't do. Yeah, you got to understand that everyone is on their own path, their own journey. One thing I feel like is the savior complex here. Sometimes you want to help other people, so you make a mission to help them in a way where you are kind of wanting them to do the work very quickly because you don't want to feel the pain. Yeah, sometimes we do that. I feel like that's what I feel like. You are someone who is a constant work in progress. There is no doubt with this Eight of Pentacles energy and Ace of Cups. You are someone who focuses on self love, filling your cup, taking care of yourself, self love, loving other people, maintaining a high vibration. And what happens is, like, you want to help people, you want to work with people. So maybe there are people in your life, like, you give them advice, and when they don't do the work, you get disappointed. You're like, why they are not doing the work? You take their pain. You want to help other people, like the hero complex or something, like you want to save the world, but you cannot, right? You cannot do that. Yes, there are times when people listen to you, they do the work, they get the results. Yes, it makes you happy, but there will be times when you will see that people not doing the work. At that time, you don't have to take their pain, you don't have to, like, project what you're feeling to them. Maybe you need to see from their perspective as well, right? Maybe, you kind of put, like, I'm doing this for you, why are you not taking action? Like, I'm doing the good for you. Sometimes we have to, see things from their perspective as well. So that's why it's very important to differentiate. Your journey is yours and their journey is there. You can be the supportive person, but you cannot walk instead of them. So that's very important. If you keep that, it will only lead to disappointments here. So that is something you need to work on. I feel like that. Yes, you are someone who pours a lot, you give a lot. So when you give a lot, you expect a lot from people as well. But sometimes when people don't come to your expectation, you kind of project your yeah, how you feel, you project onto them. Maybe you need to work on that as well, right? So let's see group number 2. What else here? Again, keep on working on yourself, keep on working on your passions, your gifts. And again, I did talk, sometimes you don't show yourself, you hide yourself, you hide your stories, or you feel like you cannot show that real real you to the world. Do that, show that, because it's going to be appreciated by the people. There will be people who will really love the work you do. Your stories, your experiences, your work, your skills, your gifts, your skills are needed, but somehow somewhere you kind of are afraid of your own gifts, I would say. Maybe there is this part of you as well that feels like, what if I do this much work and what if I fail? So somehow somewhere that stops you from showing the real you to the world. So it's time for you to show who you really are, and with love, show with love, with love, you show who you really are. That's it. Okay, so let's see. We have the influence. Wow. Okay, I think we need to cover this. I'll just take a big charm. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I need a bigger one. Yeah, okay, I think this will do. So is this okay? Yeah, fine, I think. Okay. Ish. Let me just cover this also. Yeah, okay. So the influence, we have the Mercury in Libra in 7th house. Yeah, again the balance, right? The balance, the 7th house energy here. You know what I'm being reminded? I'm being shown the card of the Lovers, and there is this one deck where this woman is taking the messages from the divine, and then she's passing on to other person, right? She's getting the messages from the above and she's passing on to the next person, like maybe to her lover or something like that. Yeah, you are someone who has a strong influence on people. Yes, your work, your energy has strong influence on people. So use your words very wisely. If you don't use your words wisely, that will act like a snake's poison. if you don't use it wisely. Like again, your voice, your words can heal people or it can push them down. So how you need to be very clear with your messages. That's very important. So that's why I feel like when you feel like, oh, this person didn't do the work, you might feel really like, oh, they are hurting me because they didn't do the work. And maybe you might come as like someone who will tell them like you're not doing enough, or why you're like this, maybe you will use words that will not be good. So I'm picking up on that vibe here. So like the snake, some snakes are poisonous. Again, it can act like a poison, or again, that's what it is. Like our words have so much power. That's what I feel like. You have so much influence over other people. So you need to use your words very, very, very consciously. That's something your future self is reminding you as you move forward. Because as I mentioned, there is the savior complex. You are changing your life by doing the work, by working with your shadow, by healing yourself. You are in a work in progress, right? And you are seeing yourself a person who's a good, who wants to help other people, right? That's why you have this hero complex. I feel like that you want to help other people, but somehow you don't see the other side of the coin. Sometimes you just miss out like what they are going through, what they are thinking, like how they have been raised. Like sometimes we miss out on it. Maybe sometimes people are just not capable like you to work on themselves. Maybe they don't have that right within themselves like you have. So you got to understand their point of view also. You have to see them from their shoes, like wearing their shoes and seeing themselves like that is very important. So you can give them the right words, you can give them the support, let them walk their journey on their timing, rather than you forcing something onto them like do this, be that. You cannot, because the reason why you're doing it, because you're taking their pain. You don't have to take their pain. Be that, just be the supportive person. So again, give that support, be that influence, give the right words at the right time. It will change their life, but you cannot force anything. If you try to force, if you try to try to take their pain and make it your pain, you will not help them, right? It will become like a poison. So that's something you need to be aware of. Okay. Yeah, so let's see. Group number 2, what else your future self wants you to know. Again, you have a way with your words, you can balance situations. That's something you need to understand. Again, I saw the card like where this one woman is getting the messages from angels or archangels or God, whoever you believe in, and she's passing on to the other person. So again, you are someone who is in tune with their subconscious. You get messages from your subconscious or superconscious. So trust those messages, and whenever you feel like you need to share that messages, share it, but share it in a way that person will accept, right? No, don't project like if you do this then only you're good, if you do that then you're bad. Like don't project your how you feel, don't project that. That's very important. Okay. So let's see. So the friend. Wow, the friend. Yes, the friend. All you need to be is the friend. If you have an amazing friend and they're going through something, sometimes it's okay. It's okay for you to just give a hug. Maybe that's all they need. Give that hug that time. Just don't give them a lecture that they don't need at that time. So that's very important, right? Certain people go through certain situations. Some people take time. Some people get up quickly. Some people need their own space, their own time. So be open to that. That's very important here. Yeah, because your words have a lot of influence on other people. Yeah, so please use your words very wisely. And again, you can also rely on that friend. Maybe you feel like you're only the one can save, no one can save you. So you just don't share your own emotions with other people. Why not share it? Be vulnerable. Let them also give you what you're giving to them. That's when it is going to be balanced. Otherwise, it's not going to be balanced, right? So yes, that's something your message is. So let's see the final message, group number 2. So let's see the final message, group number 2. So we have Ubuntu, compassion for others. Yes, okay. Compassion for others. Yes, again, that's the thing. You have compassion, but you sometimes only see one side. When you see both the side, that's when you can show the real compassion. Yes, you want to help them, but you need to see from their perspective, their side. You maybe know that what they're doing is wrong, but sometimes yeah, um, you need to use the right words at the right time. So do it with compassion, do it with like, if you are taking their pain, you will not be able to show that compassion because you will be feeling the pain. So you will be operating, you will be projecting based on your pain. So don't do that. So that's why separate your journey with other people. You can be that friend, you can be the supportive person, but if you start walking their path for them, you will not be able to show that compassion because you will be feeling the pain. So that's where you need to make that difference. Okay, so that's something your future self is reminding you. That's what I'm getting. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys, group number 2. Hope it made sense, hope it resonated. If it did, give me a thumbs up. I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Group number 3, this is the image you have been drawn to. So your future self shows you what you're not seeing. It's your blind spot. So again, there is something that you're not seeing about yourself. Once we start seeing that, we can get rid of those patterns, limited beliefs, and it will help us to move forward, right? So that's the energy. And this is a very beautiful card where she's connected to her own heart space, and that is allowing her to grow, right? So I feel like this group consists of a lot of empaths and healers. I am getting that energy, that vibe. You take on other people's energy. You take too much of other people's energy. So if you are someone who is a light slave, like I'm getting the light slave energy here. When you're a light slave, you're going to dim your light to make other people feel good. You're going to, you're going to take less space so other people are happy. That's not your purpose. Your purpose is to be a light worker, not a light slave at all. Like, it's like your purpose is to be an empath. An empath is an amazing gift, but you need to be an empowered empath. If you're an empath that is feeling all the pain and you are operating from it, you will not be able to move forward because that pain is too much. So what you need to do is to protect yourself. Yes, you can give that love, you can understand what people are going through, but you don't have to take the pain. You don't have to feel their pain. You can help them. So that's what is an empowered empath, right? And so for you guys, I really feel like cleansing your space, your emotions every day is important. Meditation, walking in nature is important. Mother Earth Gaia, spending time with her is important for you guys. Maybe doing meditation, walking barefoot, or doing some sort of yoga. Taking care of yourself, pouring into your cup is very, very important. Yeah, it's like, yeah, sometimes you take other people's pain and make it yours. Sometimes you take other people's responsibility and make it yours, right? Sometimes you want to make other people feel good, so you become uncomfortable and you don't set boundaries and all. So that's very important here for you to set boundaries. Maybe you're already working through it, you're doing the work, keep on doing it. Okay, yeah. So let's see, what is this blind spot? Yeah, it's okay. Oh, these two charms are talking about protection here. It's okay for you to protect yourself. You don't, again, even if you're a healer, right? Even if you're a healer, you provide services. If you don't feel someone's energy is good and you don't feel like working with them, it's okay for you to not work with them. Sometimes you might feel like, I have to work with everyone, I have to take their responsibility. No, what you need to do is to provide your work, and that's it. You can cut them, let them do the work, right? That's what your part is. If you're going to take everyone's pain, then it is going to be too much, right? Maybe your job is to just give them show them the path, show them the way. Rest they have to do. You cannot work for them, you cannot feel their pain, you cannot do anything like that. So please cut that. Yeah. And I even feel like your future self is telling you, you are going to see yourself from a different lens now. I feel like what I'm being shown is like your future self. What is happening is like this group is kind of starting over. Yeah, you have done this for a very long time. You're doing something for a very long time, but now again you're starting over. But it's like you're climbing the mountain again, but you're climbing it with a different attitude, from a different perspective. You're on a different perspective now. So you were not able to climb to the top of that mountain before, but this time you will climb because you have a complete different perspective. So yes, you are starting over, group number 3. I feel like that. That's what you're not seeing. Maybe you feel like, why I'm not reaching that, why I have so many delays, why I have so many setbacks. But now, right now, you're seeing something from a different lens, right? And as you're seeing from different lens, and as you move forward, you will reach that mountain top. Yes. So yes, it's the same way, but you're going from a different perspective. Yeah, you're seeing things from a very different perspective. Again, I really feel this group is becoming an empowered empath, not a empath that gives everything, like, takes and gives without. Yeah, sometimes we give too much. Maybe we need to protect our energy, and I feel like you're doing that, setting boundaries and all. Yeah, you're cutting that, I feel like. So group number 3, let's see what your future self. I'm being shown the strength card. Okay, maybe sometimes it's okay to surrender as well. You don't have to fight. So I'm being shown like a woman, like the strength card where there's a lion and this lady. She's not fighting the lion. She's just surrendering and walking away. Sometimes it's okay to walk away from certain situations. You don't have to fight all the time. You don't have to prove your point all the time. Yes, you can just let go of it. You can just surrender. Maybe surrendering is important at this time. You don't have to put up a fight here. We have the 45 number. Okay, so that's something. Maybe you're seeing 777 as well. This is a time where you're learning a lot of things as well, like where you just need to surrender, where you just need to choose kindness instead of proving your point. So there are times when we want to prove ourselves, like our point, because we know that what we are saying is truth, right? But there are times also when other person might not see our perspective, might not understand our truth because they have their own truth. So in these cases, it's very important for us to choose the kindness instead of being right and just let go of that thing. Okay, that's something I'm getting here. Okay, I'll just read this card for you, the filter. If you have drawn this sigil, you are seeing the situation at hand through a filter and you don't even know it. As a result, you're not seeing the situation clearly. All of us has a perspective. Perspectives are limited in that unless we are using a totally objective perspective. Our perspective is subjective. Yes, that's what I feel like. I was talking about that, right? An object will look different depending on what perspective you have of that object. Each perspective is a different angle on something. Our perspective shapes our experiences and our experience shape our perspective. We could look at objective perspective as an amalgamation of all subjective perspectives related to something, relative to something. A child will have a totally different perspective of the family home than the parent will. A doctor will have totally different perspective about a medical crisis than the patient. You can imagine a subjective perspective to be like looking through a single telescope. As if our subjective perspective were not limited enough, what makes this even more limited in the brackets and the view through it less accurate is that we also see the world from our limited perspective through filters. As if looking through a single telescope at the world isn't bad enough, the lens we are using has a filter on it. This distorts the reality of whatever we are looking at. We can recognize the limits of someone's perspective and see their filters. However, we may have a very hard time recognizing the limits of our own perspective, and we have a very hard time recognizing our own filters. Okay. So a filter is literally anything that shapes or distorts our perception of something. They can be thoughts passed down to us, information we are fed, beliefs we have been conditioned to adopt, ways the information is presented to us, experiences we have had, and meanings that we assign to experience, just to name a few. We begin adopting filters for our telescopes even before we are born. And not only do they distort our capacity to see things clearly, to see what is real, they can also ruin our lives. For example, let's imagine that at 3 years old, a child is attacked by a dog. This will create a filter that dogs will attack them that could persist until adulthood. The rest of us who love dog will tell you that this experience is not only rare, it is entirely avoidable if someone is actually doing the right thing with their dog. We have all kinds of other experiences that shapes our perspective, that dogs are wonderful and much less dangerous than people. But the filter through with which this person sees dogs can shape their entire life relative to dogs. They will see dogs in total inaccurate way. Or for example, a child might have a super loving experience with her mother. As a result, she sees the universe through the lens that everything is there to support her. She may not even notice people who are not around her with her best interest in mind because of this filter through which she sees the world. Some of the filters are beneficial, some of them are detrimental, but regardless of whether they are beneficial or detrimental, the thing to be aware of is that they are not necessarily accurate. They might just be totally distorting your capacity to see what is real. Every filter we adopt will change the way we see the world and the way we see ourselves. Every filter will shape our life experience, the things we think and say and do. There is nothing in this world more dangerous than a subjective perspective that is mistaken for objective perspective. There is nothing more dangerous than a filter that distorts our capacity to see what is real. If you have drawn this sigil, you have a filter that is distorting your capacity to see what is real. You're mistaking your distorted subjective perspective for objective perspective. Question your perception and step outside your limited and highly individual perspective related to the situation. Consider every other perspective you can relative to the situation at hand. So if you're going through a situation where you are just projecting something like your perception, it's time to take a step back and see things from a different perspective as well. So that's what I was talking about, like when we are maybe we have our own truth because we see something from the lens, but someone else's truth is entirely different. So it's very important for us to surrender at that time and let go of, right? Because sometimes we feel like we can help other people because we see things a certain way, but maybe we will not be able to help. We will actually cause more harm, right? So that's very important. So group number 3, I'm being shown a horse. Maybe horse is an animal that you love, or maybe you have been seeing a lot of horse. It's about total independence. You can have that independence. You don't have to rely on people. You don't have to prove yourself. Like sometimes your truth is going to be different from other people's truth, so you can live your truth. It's okay for you to, and it's okay. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. Sometimes people don't change their perception, and that's okay, that's fine, right? So let's see. We have 8 of Pentacles. Oh, this came for group number. Queen of Pentacles. Oh wow, look, 9 of Wands. Okay, this is talking about the energy that you need to protect, the boundaries that you need to set. It's very important. Sometimes people will cross their boundaries, and at that time you have to tell them like you cannot cross this boundary. And if they do it again and again and again, it's very important for you to let go of them, rather than fighting, rather than trying to tell them like why you shouldn't cross those boundaries. Maybe it's very important for you to let that go. Okay, that's very important here for you to progress, because you take on other people's energy and it really affects you. So that is the work you really need to do. And one more thing, what you're not seeing is like maybe there is a career or a passion that you're very passionate of, right? Maybe there is this thing that you're very passionate and you really work hard on it. In that area you are going to be very abundant, but protect that. Yes, protect that. You don't have to prove yourself to anyone. You don't have to show. Yeah, sometimes we feel like we have to prove that I'm doing amazing, or maybe I need that validation from someone. You don't need that. Okay, you don't need that. You keep doing this work, keep spreading your light, keep sharing what you have to share, and do what's best for you, and that's enough. You don't have to fight those people who don't understand you. You don't, okay? You don't have to prove your worth to those people. That's also there. Yeah, sometimes you just can't change someone's perception about you. That's it. At that time, just surrender yourself. So I feel like what you're not seeing also, there is one more message. There is something that you love to do and you have been working on it. So keep working on it. You are going to taste a lot of honey. I'm getting like you are going to taste that rewards. You're going to taste the success. So right now, keep doing whatever you're doing because it's working. Even if you're not seeing at this time, it is going to work for you guys. And you're very good at whatever you do, okay? And with this Queen of Pentacles, don't get too attached to it. Maybe sometimes when we get too attached, we focus too much on outcome. That's when we lose why we are doing this, right? So it's very, very important for you to get to detach yourself from the outcome. Just enjoy whatever you're doing and enjoy your life. It is going to give you the results that you want. Okay, so that's what I'm getting here. So what else your future self wants you to know? So you have practicality. We have moon in Capricorn in 10th house. Oh, again, this is with your career, okay, with your passion here. I really feel like all that dedication, all that hard work that you have done, it's going to come in order. And I was I did mention bees, and then we have these 3 bees and the lotus. You're going to definitely blossom here. That hard work that you have done, you have been doing the work here with this 8 of Pentacles, and you are very good at whatever you're doing. You're very good at it, and it's, yeah, you need to protect your space. Okay, if you need to keep something secret, keep it also secret. It's okay, because this thing that you're working hard, it's going to grow, right? Something that you have been imagining, maybe there is this thing you're imagining, like, I want to reach this goal. Yes, you will reach this goal. Okay, so we have the control here. That is the Jupiter in Capricorn in 10th house. Again, the Capricorn energy here, 10th house energy here. Your 10th house, like someone who really is dedicated to their work. And again, the 10th house energy makes me feel like career expansion here. So yeah, there is definitely career expansion for you guys. There is blessings coming for you in the area of your career, your passions. You're very safe and very protected there. So one thing I feel like, don't wait for anyone else's validation. You don't have to prove your worth to anyone. Keep doing whatever you're doing, because it's definitely working. You have been very organized. You're very practical as well. It feels like you have planted the seed and you're nurturing it every day. You're protecting it from, like, again, when we plant something, we have to protect it from animals, right? So like that only, you're protecting this space as well. Keep on doing, because it's going to give you that kind of growth that you are wanting. So whatever you're eating, you're going to get it with this oberosis, right? So sometimes you will feel like that I need validation from this person, or you will feel like you need to be seen, right? Maybe you need, like, sometimes we need that validation, that ego thing. Let go of that. Keep doing whatever you're doing, because it's working. You're right on track. And yes, in the area of your career is what I see the most success for you, and you're doing amazing. You're doing the amazing work. Okay, that is something your future self wants you to know. And I was getting one more thing. Your future self is telling you to be excited. Be excited, with excitement. Be in this energy of excitement, like as if you have already gotten that goal of yours, because you will be making this dream of yours come true. You will be rewarded. Okay, so let's see what else. Yeah, destiny is favoring you. I feel like that. Destiny is on your side. I'm getting like you will be getting the good rewards. Your good deeds you have done, you're going to get the rewards for that as well. So let's see what else. Things are going to be in order. Things are going to be in order for you guys. You are the Queen of Pentacles. You are someone who can balance this, who balances their work, their personal life very well. So let's see what else. 10 might be an important number for you guys. The Hunter. Wow, the Hunter. Yes, again, you are in this energy right now. What you need to do is to have that focused intention. Where you're focusing on, that is what you're getting, right? So don't lose that focus, because when we are in this egoistic mind, that's when we lose focus. When we are focused on the outcomes, that's when we lose focus, because we're just focused on the outcome, results. And when we are not getting the results, we lose our focus. We get into this lack mindset, or we get into this doubt energy. We don't have to get into that energy right now. Just focus on what you want. Keep going. Even if you're not seeing the results, keep going here. because this work of yours is going to be noticed, is going to be validated. You will see the results. But at this time, if you're focused on the outcome rather than your work, so this person, you know, the Eight of Pentacles is someone who doesn't focuses on outcome. He's so involved in his work that he doesn't care about the outcome because he's enjoying his work. And Queen of Pentacles, she's also detached. She's not holding too tightly to the coin. She knows that this coin is hers, but she's not holding too tightly to it. She's not holding too tightly to the outcomes as well. She's like, this is what I can do today, I'm gonna do it, and whatever outcome is, I'm gonna accept it. Maybe that is the energy you need to be in. Maybe right now you're too much focused on the outcome, results. You feel like you need to be there by this age. That is what you need to let go. Okay, so let's see the final message. You're doing amazing already, but don't lose your focus. Okay, it's like protect what you're building. Don't lose your focus. Don't focus too much on the outcome. Then we have the detox, cleanse and restore your energy. Maybe right now, you know, a lot of emotions are coming up from the past, or maybe a lot of doubt is coming at this time. Yeah, maybe yes, that's also there. Maybe someone is projecting something to you. Maybe they are projecting something to you also. That can also happen. So this is the time to, you know, just don't lose the sight to where you're going, because there is a goal that you want to accomplish. Just focus on it, but at the same time don't focus too much on it where you're just losing your own self, where you're just, yeah, where you're not enjoying your life. That's something you need to work on. Okay, so where you need to cleanse, what if you're thinking a lot of you know, negative thoughts, maybe this is the time to center yourself, let go of those negative thoughts. If you're in this doubtful energy, that's what you need to release as well. Okay, so yeah, that's all I have for you guys. Group number 3, hope it made sense, hope it resonated. If it did, give me a thumbs up. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.